Conversation about the Roth IRA. I did talk about it the last time I went live, but I just felt, I just need to have another conversation about it. The Roth IRA, guys, I cannot emphasize this enough, how important it is, how critical it is for you to start investing your money within the Roth IRA. As I mentioned last time, this billionaire here, Peter Thiel, he started investing within a Roth IRA back in 1999, and now his account has grown to over $5 billion. And this $5 billion, okay, when he decides to withdraw the money at age 59 and a half, he can do it without having to pay any taxes on that money. $5 billion, guys. Basically, this man is creating generational wealth for himself and his family members. So he's gonna use that money without paying any taxes. His kids will, his grandkids. I mean, he's set. Yeah, he is. So what can we do about it? I mean, we can't sit here and cry about it. The only thing we can do about it is use that knowledge, okay, to help ourselves. And one of the ways we can do that is to start these accounts, to start a Roth IRA. And I'm a firm believer that everybody has the potential. Everybody has the ability to go ahead and start a Roth IRA. It doesn't require that much money for you to start one. You just need to get started. Basically, you need to go ahead and find some money, okay? Even if you start with $5, $10, $20, something, start with something, okay? And get started on the Roth IRA. Now, a Roth IRA, guys, is an account where you put after-tax dollars into it. So basically, you open up the account with a brokerage firm. It doesn't matter what brokerage firm you open up these Roth IRAs with. Personally, my favorite is Fidelity. I love Fidelity, okay? So I would open up a Fidelity account and set it up as a Roth IRA. You do have the option to set it up as a Roth IRA. And then once you set up the account, you want to connect it to your bank account. And once you connect it to your bank account, you can go ahead and automatically set it up so that every time you get paid, or maybe every single month, that money is transferred into that Roth IRA account. And then once that money hits your Roth IRA account, then you want to go ahead and invest that money. What do you invest your money in? You want to find some great stocks that has potential for growth, because this is a growth account. This is a long-term retirement account. So you want to put stocks in there that you believe that has the potential to grow. I mean, significant gains. Like Tesla is a pretty good example. So imagine if you had Tesla sitting in your IRA last year, 2 years ago, whenever, okay? And Tesla has gone through significant growth recently. So imagine what your Roth IRA would look like. So guys, you find stocks, you find the REITs, the real estate investment trust, you find the ETFs like the S&P 500, VOO. It's up to you. It really doesn't matter which one you put in there. But the point is, once you have that Roth IRA, you can invest in different types of companies inside that Roth IRA and just let them ride the market, let them grow. And so it really is in your benefit to start one of these accounts rather than just leaving all your money sitting in a savings account where it's gaining 0.01% interest rate. Start a Roth IRA. By the way, the limit is $6,000 for individuals under age 50, and anybody over age 50, you can invest up to $7,000 per year, guys, and let that money ride the market. Let it ride the market. So if you don't know how to do it, guys, listen, all you have to do is DM me or look at one of my previous videos. I give you specific directions on how to set up one of these Roth IRAs, guys. Listen, you can do it. Anybody can do this. Anybody can set up these Roth IRAs. And I know I talk about Roth IRAs a whole lot because there are significant benefits to having a Roth IRA. When you invest after-tax dollars into a Roth IRA, as long as you leave the money in there, the gains, the growth, the dividends that you earn within that account, as long as you leave them in there, guys, until age 59 and a half, you never have to pay taxes on that money, okay? You're never going to have to pay any sort of penalties on that money. Now, the other great thing about having a Roth IRA, if there is an emergency, you can tap into that Roth IRA and withdraw the original amount that you put in there. Hello, Kenley Zamore. That name looks very familiar, Zamore. Oh, how are you? Okay. I wonder if it's the same person I know from North Carolina, huh? So, guys, listen. If you put that money into a Roth IRA and there's an emergency, you can go into that Roth IRA and withdraw your original investment. No taxes, no fees, no penalties. You just have to leave your gains, your dividends in the account. But anything else, you just go ahead and remove it and let all of it. My mom is entering. What? Oh my gosh. How old are you, Sugar Plum? How are you? Tell her I said hi. Oh, that is so cute. All right. Do you mind if I follow you? You're 8 years old. I love it. So are you thinking about, oh, I know you guys are twins. I know. I talk to your mom all the time. I see your pictures on Facebook. Do you know your mom was my student? Yeah, your mom was my student a long time ago, way before she had you guys. Yeah, so I'm so glad to see you. What's your brother's name, Kenley? Nice. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. That's too funny. Say hi to your mom for me, please, okay? Big Tony, how are you, Big Tony? So basically, are you interested in did your mom start an investment account for you? Did your mom start an investment account for you? No, you don't know? Kenley doesn't know. So, that's the other thing I need to have the conversation about, guys. So Biden is going to start, sending money out. That's awesome. Biden is going to start sending out money, okay, to parents. They're currently fighting. I love it. So Biden is getting ready to start sending the child tax credit out. What I've been telling parents is this, okay, especially since you weren't expecting the money. All right. By the way, this is an advance on the child tax credit you normally get at tax time. Okay. So this is not really that new. Okay. It's not really new money. It's not as if you're going to get more money when tax time comes around. It's part of the money that you're supposed to be getting at tax time. So what I tell parents is this, okay? When you get this money, take some of it, especially if you haven't started an investment account for your child. Start an investment account for your child, a brokerage account. And if you already have a brokerage account for them, go ahead and add some of that money through the brokerage account so people can go ahead and save some of that money for their kids. Well, thank you for sharing. So guys, listen, here's the beautiful thing, okay? I have my niece and my nephew's account, okay? I have my niece and my nephew's account. Let me tell you, okay? These sugar plums right here, they're making money. Their accounts are doing better than some of my accounts, okay? My niece and my nephew's account. One of them is 7. The other one is 11. I started those accounts to them last year, brokerage accounts to the kids, okay? Here's the good thing a lot of people don't understand. Once you have a child and you have a social security number for that child, you can start investing for that child within a brokerage account. There's different types of brokerage accounts, okay? You've got the 529 plan, you've got the UGMA, okay? And then you've got your Roth IRA, okay? The Roth IRA for kids, if they have a job. But for me, once that kid is born, that kid has a social security number, that kid needs a brokerage account, not a savings account, a brokerage account. In the past, my parents' time, my days, they used to say, okay, I'm going to save the money for you. But now that we can invest for free, we don't have to pay a single penny to buy a stock. You need to be buying stocks for your kids, period. You need to buy stocks for your kids. I don't care what you need to do. I don't care if you put $5 in there, $10 in there every month. Just do it. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't put that much money in my niece and nephew's accounts. But the point is, I put the money in there every single month. And let me tell you, their accounts are doing really, really well. And so when that kid turns 18, I'm going to have a conversation with that child. What do you want to do with this account, Sugar Plum? Do you want to go ahead and take it over? Or do you want me to continue managing it for you? See what I'm saying? Okay. So basically you're giving that kid a head start. So my niece is 7 years old now. Okay. It's going to be 11 more years before she turns 18. So all the stocks I'm buying for her, imagine what kind of an account she's going to have when she's 18, when this girl turns 18. Imagine how much money she's going to accumulate in this account, guys. But let me tell you something. That money doesn't grow. Nothing happens unless you start an account for these kids, guys. You need to start an account for your kids. Not a savings account. You need to start a brokerage account. How do you start a brokerage account? My favorite platform is Fidelity. I would go to Fidelity today, if you don't already have one, and start an account. And it is very easy. If you cannot do it, what do you need to do? Go to my YouTube channel, and I have a video on there that explains it to you step by step. This is how you set up a brokerage account for your child, okay? I am tired of parents sitting there putting money into a savings account. That's good that you're putting money into a savings account, but it doesn't do anything in the savings account. A savings account is paying you 0.01% interest rate. So if you have $1,000 in that savings account, in 1 year, you're making $1 on now $1,000. Guys, come on now. Come on, okay? Let's get smart about this. The money is out there. We just have to find the money, okay? So, start a brokerage account. Now, here's the other thing about Fidelity, why I love Fidelity so much, okay? For kids, for young people, for teenagers, ages 13 through 17, they can now start investing on their own using the Fidelity platform. Now, the requirement is this. Number one, the parents must have a Fidelity account. And then number two, they must have a parent to supervise